So if you constantly struggle with your dumbbell bench press in terms of setup, in terms of where you need to be for the position, this video is for you. Before we very start, because this is the easy way to show it, there is no right or wrong way to do it. It's just there are kind of more biases to the way you do it. So you can do it with your elbow, palms facing in and your elbows to your side. That is absolutely fine. It's more of a triceps focus. You could do a super wide one, elbows up nice and high, going here. It is a more of a chest focused one. Does this cause more injuries? Potentially, potentially not. The difference is, if you've got sensitive shoulders, I wouldn't advise that. In every movement we do, though, there tends to be a happy medium. If you watch where we throw from, it tends to be a halfway house between the two. It's not up here, not down there, okay? If we watch throw a punch, it comes from that position as well. So basically, what I'm going to tell you to do is a semi-pronated position. So it's not knuckles, thumbs to the ceiling, it's not thumbs to the sides or knuckles to the ceiling. It's halfway between the two. Same with my shoulder. It's not up high, it's not down low, it's in the middle. It's Goldilocks, basically. In practice, that looks like this. So again, here's the ultra narrow one, palms facing in. Here's the ultra wide one. And then here is the semi-pronated kind of halfway Goldilocks rep. Again, none of them particularly better than the other. That is just the one I tend to coach most. Least amount of injuries, least amount of pain, most strength kind of position you will have. So try using that. One of the biggest struggles I see with women, and I always coach this, is basically getting the dumbbells into the right position, because when most people do their dumbbell bench press and they do this for the rest of their life, they'll do this. They'll throw it to their chest and they'll get to here and it'll be some weird scramble up to the top. Because that's all you know how to do. But I want you to steal my tip. So sit your butt on your bench, okay? Get the dumbbells from your thighs, scoot them towards the edge of your knees. And by the way, I know these are 15 to me. I can do this with up to my maximum weight. So you're gonna get into the edge of your knees. You're gonna lock the arms or as close to straight as you can get them. And then from here, you're literally gonna tip back like a turtle on its back. Like so. Now you're in a strong position to start. You no longer have to waste any more energy, and you can go from here. Boom. If you want to undo it as well, you can do that. It takes a bit of trust. You have to be in the center of the bench, so pay attention. Make sure your butt is in the center of the bench. When you sit back, same thing. Make sure you're in the center of the bench, and then you can kick them up from there. Again, the more straight your arms are, the easier this is to execute. If you start off with a really bent arm position like this, you're going to be more likely to end in the bottom again. In terms of execution, one of the biggest things I see done wrong, so this should be your start position. Your wrist is on top of your elbow is on top of your shoulder. You've got a nice straight line. What a lot of people do when they're doing theirs is they actually have their wrists outside the shoulder like this. You can already see, even this way, I'm shaking. So I want to be stacked on top of myself. So wrist on top of elbow, elbow on top of shoulder, rather than wrist outside. This is also applicable to the bottom as well. A lot of people, when they first start, push their elbows right out like this and let the dumbbells go down to the chest. Again, my wrist is not on top of my elbow. I want to be here instead of here. Here instead of here. So the cue I use, imagine you're going to hug someone, and I'm not a hugger, but this is what I do. Hug, I open my arms, my wrist is now on top of my elbow, push them up and together. You don't have to clang. Wrist on top of elbow, up and together, nice straight line. So again, with one. So again, if I come down here, wrist is roughly on top of the elbow. It is not inside, up, back to a straight line. Last one of the bench press here is actually tempo. Tempo is actually really important in all the lifts, but bench press especially, because it's very unstable at the start. So a lot of people just drop like this, get stuck, kind of can't get out of it, and then they've got to do this awkward push. I want you to take 3 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, 3. If you can pause for a second and be my guest, then back up. If you struggle to do the pause at the start, that's absolutely fine. Start off with this instead. 1, 2, 3. As soon as it hits that bottom position, straight back up. 1, 2, 3. Back up. Tempo simplifies it. It buys you more time to focus on what you're doing. But pauses also make you aware of the positions you get into. If it's a shit position, you won't be able to hold it. If it's a good position, you will be able to.